Shishyopanayanams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma. Today, on this auspicious occasion, Amrita School of Ayurveda wholeheartedly welcome the new BMS batch 2023 to our Amrita family. Before we commence, let's invoke the blessings of the Almighty. I invite Aditya and Varsha, UG 2021 batch students for the prayer, requesting everyone to please rise for the same.
धवलावगुण्ठनवतीं तेजोमयीं नैष्टिकीं स्निग्धापाङ्गविलोकिनीं भगवतीं मन्दस्मितश्रीमुखीं वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं मधुसिग्धसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकामीश्वरीम् शङ्खं चक्रमुपर्यदश्च करयोर्दिव्यौषधं दक्षिणे वामेनान्यकरेण संवृतसुधाकुम्भं जलूकावरीम् बिभ्राणकरुणाकर सुखकर सर्वामयध्वंसक सर्वं मे दुहृतं शिरतु भगवन् धन्वन्तरी सन्ततम्.
Thank you, Aditya and Varsha. I now humbly invite Dr. Priya S., Principal in Charge, Amrita School of Ayurveda, for the welcome address. Welcome, ma'am.
Om Amriteshwari Nama. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma, and pranams to all the dignitaries on the dais, Swami Changaramardhanandapuri, Chief Guest Vedaratna Dr. Shivagaran Nambudiri, Swami Achyutamrta Chaitanya, Swami Vishwanathamrta Chaitanya, Dr. Ramanohar sir, dear faculty members, staff and my dear students. I am feeling humbled and honored to stand before the august gathering on this special occasion of Shishyopanayanam. First of all, I would like to congratulate all the new batch students and their parents also for choosing Amrita, the top-ranked university, for their future education. Your dreams and aspirations as a student will be nurtured and fulfilled to the level maximum, where we celebrate unity as one family, Amrita family. Best wishes to all. Moving on to my duty, with immense pleasure and gratitude, I welcome Swami Changaramardhanandapuri, Dean of this prestigious institution, whose vision, constant support, guidance and blessings made this event happen. I wholeheartedly welcome you, Swamiji. It's my blessing and honor to welcome Vedaratnam Dr. Shivagaran Nambudiri, who is an Ayurvedic doctor by profession and is the only reputed personality belonging to Samaveda tradition, and the one who had by hearted Samaveda from his childhood itself. And he was also performed pujas and was the chief guest in our famous Guruvayur temple. We are humbled by your presence and blessed to have you as our chief guest. A hearty welcome to you, sir. Swami Achidamrita Chaitanya, Principal, School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, needs no introduction, and he has always been with us to grace our various programs, and I am very much delighted to welcome you, sir, for this function. Swami Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya is the head corporate and industry relations, Amritapuri campus, and we are grateful to you, sir, for attending today's function and agreed to deliver a felicitation speech. Warm welcome to you, sir. Dr. Ramanohar, Research Director, Amrita School of Ayurveda, is a well-reputed and recognized personality in the field of research in Amrita, and I happily welcome you, sir. In his absence also, I would like to seek the blessings from Dr. Ramesh N.V., Principal in Charge, Amrita School of Ayurveda, for this function. Once again, I welcome all the freshers, parents, PG and UG students, faculty, members of Amrita family to grace the function of Shishyopanayanam. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome. We also welcome Dr. Priya S., Principal in Charge, Amrita School of Ayurveda, to this function. Welcome, ma'am. With profound respect, I humbly invite Sampuja Swami Shankaramritanandapuri, the esteemed Dean of Amrita School of Ayurveda, the stalwart pillar of our institution, to address the gathering with his blissful words. Welcome, Swamiji.
Om Avidyanam Antastamiramihiraddvipanagarim Jadanam Chaitanyastabhagamagaranda Srutijharim Daridranam Chintamani Gunanika Janma Jaladho Nimagnanam Damsha Muraripurahasya Bhavati. Om Amriteshwari Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of my Guru, Amma. Presently, she is in Bangkok, attending the International Hindu Conference for 3 days. It's an extremely prestigious, yet another activity from Amma. Even though she's not here in Amritapuri, we are, by her blessings and grace, are able to conduct this Shishyopanayanam in the most traditional way, as far as possible. All our activities, generally are very informal. It is not by rules and regulations, but by mutual love and bondage. We should conduct. We used to conduct. If there is a family function, we will be received by the head of the family in front of the house. They will gather in front of the house. They will have programs. There was no need for mic. There was no need for bouquets, garlands. Simplicity, as well as in cooking, women will join the family members spontaneously, without much formalities, without expecting too much decorum and respect. Not that we are disrespecting anybody, but that is the method. It's informal. More importance will be given to rituals, Vedic rituals. Importance will be given to empower you, to take you a sankalpa. If it is a vivaha, that sankalpa is for lifelong. Those things are important, not the ornaments, not the number of items in the feast. The rituals were more important. The bondage between the family is important. Everybody will try to attend, the oldest person onwards, because that boy or girl, they have to be empowered to have a life of bondage until death. So any function has a meaning, has an objective, so that you become empowered. You want to accomplish that. Any activity will have obstacles, definitely. If you build a house, there will be a lot of difficulties, challenges. Some unexpected events will happen. Those things can happen. But it is told in Gita that when you have a value, when you follow the higher values of life, and when you take proper efforts, there will be grace, there will be success, there will be prosperity. Obstacles will not be there. It will come and go. It will be a passing cloud rather than a continuous difficulty. I'm translating the exact sloka from the last verse of Bhagavad Gita. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha tatra Shri Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Lord Krishna says that this is my ultimate conclusion. This is my final conclusion. It is the concluding verse of Bhagavad Gita also. Where there is Lord Krishna, where there is Arjuna, who is active, Yatra Partho Dhanurdharaha, he is having his bow and arrow. Tatra Shri, there will be prosperity. Vijayaha, success. Bhutihi, happiness. This is my foregone conclusion. Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama, it is so told in Gita. So, Amma also says, whenever we start something, we must seek there should be both things. We must take both things hand in hand. We must make our maximum efforts. It is called as Purushartha. It is called as sadhana in spirituality. There should be hard work. Without that, no success can happen. Just because you joined some institution, the success is not 100% ensured. It has to, you have to attempt, you have to try. So, where there is sincere effort, sincerity and effort together, where there is grace of God, Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, where you follow the higher values, then you trust the higher force. Also, you make your own efforts, the success is ensured. So, we always pray, Nirvighna Parisamapti, without hindrance, without obstacles. Any activity should happen. So similarly, in the same lines, it is told in, morning also I explained, we said it is Mahasankalpa. It is a small Sankalpa that we did. We abridged that Sankalpa. We did not do that actually fully. Similarly, we took an oath. It is abridged, it is concised from Charaka's oath. We previously displayed that in front of our college. It's a very long oath. It is not there in Ashtanga Hridaya, but it is there in Charaka Samhita. The student takes a very long oath. He is empowering himself before the Guru, before Sreshtas, before the king, before Agni. Nothing is eternal, everything is perishable, but still, these are all things which do not, which are long-standing. Like the Guru is a tattva, is a philosophy. He never dies or never is born. The gods and goddesses are eternal. So, the Sreshtas, whom we take as our guides, who are interested in you, who want your improvement. Now, generally, we are jealous of others. When somebody comes up, we feel that our place is insecure. It is not so. The Guru, three people are there, father, mother, and the Guru. They become happy when his Shishya or his son or daughter supersede them. When they say that person is singing better than you, the Guru becomes happy because he is exceeding myself. I have taught him, but he has become something much more. The mother becomes happy. Mother may not be educated. Father may not be as educated as, in terms of degrees. But they will feel happy when their son or daughter become an IAS officer. They become a minister, they become a collector, they become a teacher, they become something good, they are appreciated. They don't have any spot of jealousy in their minds. They are your eternal lovers. So the Guru, father, mother, Sreshtas, good people, they don't feel jealous when somebody else becomes better. Somebody else is becoming good, somebody else is taking their own path. Swami Vivekananda traveled once in a train. He happened to meet a TTR. The TTR was a very jovial person. He's singing and distributing the tickets. He's happy. He's rich. No encumbrances. So he was singing and giving the ticket to Swami Vivekananda, and they were discussing, they were talking. And the TTR invited him to his house. Vivekananda accepted because he is a parivrajaka. He was just traveling without any destination. So he stopped in some station, and TTR went to his house. Vivekananda went. And it was a night time. They were just beginning to eat something. At the time, a beggar shouted from outside for food. He was begging food. It was a custom at that point of time. Night beggars, it's difficult to be hungry and sleep. So he was begging for food. So Vivekananda's tears rolled from Vivekananda's eyes. He stopped eating. The TTR friend, he said, "Why are you weeping? We are having enough food. I will distribute something to him." Vivekananda told that this is only one beggar. There are millions of beggars in India. I am thinking about them. So he stopped eating. So the friend became very restless because in his house a sannyasi came and he would not eat. So he said, "Don't worry. You tell me, maybe I will distribute food to hundreds of people, or whatever solution you say, I will do that." Swami Vivekananda did not have any hesitation. He said, "You become a sannyasi and become a disciple to me. That is the solution." That fellow became amused. What is this foolish? Already you are a beggar. You are begging food to me. You have come to my house for food. And you are making me another beggar. Already I am having a lot of money and I am having a job, a government job. Is this a solution you are telling? Vivekananda said, "See, this is the tradition. Where the Guru left, the Shishya has to take it up. My Guru wanted me to make the India strong and rich. I am following his track." Ramakrishna Paramahamsa was no more at that point. So I am carrying the desire of my Guru. You have to follow me. And that person is the first disciple of Swami Vivekananda. His name is Sadhanananda. They were so closely knit. And he established an hospital in Kashi. That is the biggest hospital established by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. When he went to Kashi, Vivekananda gave him 1 rupee coin, and he said, you go and establish a hospital. And he did that. He was one of the most respected sannyasins of that particular order. So I'm just trying to explain the nature of the gurus. It is not that they don't have anything. They are fulfilled. They are happy by themselves. But they don't want anybody to suffer, anybody else to suffer. So if you go through the activities, just the names of the activities that Amma has done in the last 50 years, amazing. Externally, by numbering, how many people she has met, how many people she has hugged, how much of medicine she has distributed, how much of clothes she has distributed, how much of mantra diksha she has given, how many hours she has sat foregoing her sleep and food. Every day this is the state. We have never seen she eating and living a luxury, living a life of luxury. And feeling for others. So many. I am just listing out a very few. How many bhajans she has conducted? Thousands. How many archanas? Thousands. How many countries she has visited? Almost many. All the major cities she has visited. How many villages in India? Many. Even in Tamil Nadu, she has visited many places, even which we have not documented. How many houses she has built. The quality of the institutions. All these things, you know. So I'm just trying to bring your attention to think about the gurus. They existed in India. So whenever we say that we are traditional, we are nowhere near that. I'm just putting samples, you know. Mahasankalpa itself is a Hrasva Sankalpa, small Sankalpa. It's very small. The Homa, we may think it as a big thing, but it has to be done every day, not in the pomp and show that we are doing, but in a simple way. Ganapati Homa and Bhagavad Seva was a part of life in Kerala once upon a time, not long before. Now I have to say once upon a time. To do a Gayatri mantra for 108 times, it is not a circus. It is a part of life. Taking bath in rivers is a part of life. Pratasnana. It was a part of life. Now everything looks very strange and difficult. So we consider it as a difficulty or a difficult to accomplish obstacle. It's possible to bring back if we personally have the willpower. Nobody thought these things will happen. Nobody would have thought before 50 years. This village was a small, not at all noted in the map. Nobody would have imagined that so many people will come here. So much of Nama Japa would not have happened just because of one person. Even today, that is the central point where everybody can be comfortable, everybody can be without, even though the ideologies are different, schools are different. So we have that great advantage, a person whose mind, you know, is totally unselfish, who is interested in you, who is a got jnana, tapas, vision. So we are fortunate to be in her presence, to be in her divine blessings. So, some of you might be surprised why so much of rituals. Maybe today you are also finding it awkward. Maybe some of you are comfortable. But these things will remain as a seed, a bija, in your mind. When it is possible, you go through the translation of Charaka Swath. It's not a disclaimer. After you join, we wash off our hands, you are given your draft. So you do whatever you want in the classroom. That is not the way we want to do that. We want to empower you. We want to, each sloga each aphorism in Ayurveda, is to be contemplated, is to be read many times, is to be thought over, is to be practiced. It has to be related in clinic also, many things. Medical science is an ocean. It's not any science for India, it's an ocean. To read Bhagavad Gita, it may take a lifetime. To read Ramayana, I am recently trying to study Ramayana. In every language of India, Ramayana exists. It's a part of our life. Many poetries are there, many dramas are there. In every language, it is the most important thing in India. It is in fact influencing the language. It is going beyond the religion. It is going beyond the geography, not only in India, outside also. That personality, it's a new temple is also coming up. So that personality has influenced Indian culture so much. We have no clue how he would have been. But as much as you study Ramayana deeply, you adore him, you respect him, you keep Rama in your heart. So that happens. It is by contemplating on the auspicious qualities of God. So similarly, Ayurveda is a great science. But the difficulties and the language barriers, they should all be overcome by constant effort. So we will help you. There are good facilities. I have spoken to each one of your parents also for a long time, as long as you wanted. So you have a great opportunity to learn it deeply, to understand it properly, to practice it, to further. Also the support will be there. Amma's support will be ever. The relationship with Amma is not a short one. It is a lifelong relationship. It is also very much there for you for taking. So I feel that we have many good things to offer you, and you can be assured that you will have a very smooth path from our side. And whatever difficulty, whatever small things you have, communicate and sort it out with teachers and administration. And so I wish you every best. I pray to Amma for her very benevolent blessings for all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swamiji, for your blissful words. Today is indeed a blessed day for us. We have an eminent personality among us, Vedaratnam Dr. Shivakaran Namboothiri. Dr. Shivakaran Namboothiri studied Samaveda in traditional method from his father, Samavedacharya Tottam Subramaniam Namboothiri at Tantra Vidyapeetham and Sringeri Mutt. He has participated in numerous Somayagas and Adiratras as main Ritvik of Samaveda. He successfully recorded the Samaveda Samhita fully which was published by Manorama Musics and released by the then Honorable President of India, Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, in 2017. He is a blessed personality who got the opportunity to be the male Shanti of Guruvayur Sri Krishna Temple. His passion and enthusiasm made him to receive the titles Vedaratnam, Karmasreshta, and Shankarasri. Coming to his academics, Sir completed UG from Government Ayurveda College, Thiruvananthapuram in 1993. He did his MSc in Psychology from SB University, Tirupati, and PG Diploma in Yoga from Annamalai University. He has to his credit several paper presentations, publications, both at national and international levels. Currently, he is the Chief Acharya of Totam Samaveta Patashala and also Chief Physician, Sridhari Ayurvedic Hospital situated at Kottayam. With great honor, I invite Vedaratnam Dr. Shivakaran Nampudiri for the keynote address of this program. Welcome, sir.
നമാമി ധന്വന്തരിമാതിദേവം സുരാസുരൈർവന്ദിതപാദപത്മം ലോകേ ജരാരുഗ്ഭയമൃത്യുനാശം ധാതാരമീശം വിവിധൌഷധീനാം. ഓം നമോ ഭഗവതേ വാസുദേവായ. ആബിഭ്രാണശ്ചതുർഭിസ്ത്രിദശ ബഹുമതൈരഞ്ജിതൈः പഞ്ചശാഖൈः ശംഖം ചക്രം ജളൂകാം ദധതമമൃതകലശമപ്യാതുരാൻ ത്രാതുകാമഃ ക്ഷീരാബ്ധേര്യോപതീർണ സജലജലധരശ്യാമളസ്നിഗ്ധവർണ സോയം കാരുണ്യപൂർണ സകലഗതഗണാൻ ഹന്തു ധന്വന്തരിർന. അജ്ഞാനതിമിരാന്ധസ്യ ജ്ഞാനാഞ്ജനശലാകയാ ചക്ഷുരുന്മീലിതം യേന തസ്മൈ ശ്രീഗുരവേ നമഃ. ഗുരുർബ്രഹ്മാ ഗുരുർവിഷ്ണു ഗുരുർദേവോ മഹേശ്വര ഗുരുഃ സാക്ഷാൽ പരം ബ്രഹ്മ തസ്മൈ ശ്രീഗുരവേ നമഃ. സദാശിവസമാരംഭാം ശങ്കരാചാര്യമധ്യമാം അസ്മദാചാര്യപര്യന്താം വന്ദേ ഗുരുപരമ്പരാം. ഗുരുവായൂരപ്പന് നമസ്കാരം. ദക്ഷിണാമൂർത്തയെ നമഃ. വേട്ടേക്കരന് നമസ്കാരം. ഓം അമൃതേശ്വരി നമഃ. സർവേഭ്യോ നമോ നമഃ. നമസ്സഭാഭ്യഃ സഭാപതിഭ്യശ്ച. യദി അഹം സംസ്കൃതഭാഷായാം വദാമി ചേത് പ്രവചനം കരോമി ചേത് തത് സമീചീനം ന ഭവിഷ്യതി. കിന്തു 90% അധികം ശ്രോതാരः സംസ്കൃതഭാഷ അനഭിജ്ഞ एव. തസ്മാത് അഹം ആംഗ്ലഭാഷായാം വക്തും ഇച്ഛാമി. Respected Swamiji, Dean of School of Ayurveda, Amrita Anandamayi Matham, and Brahmacharis, respected Principal in charge, Dr. Ram Manohar, and Acharyas or teachers of School of Ayurveda, other staff, especially new students of this Ayurvedic college. I am very fortunate and happy to be here as a part of this prestigious program, because this is the #1 institution in India. I am sure, I am proud of you because my daughters studied here. 100% I know that where you can study Ayurveda in a traditional way as well as in modern way, you should be here. I studied in Government Ayurveda College, which is the first Ayurveda college in India, but I did not get this type of spiritual background or adhyatmic background from that institute. So I thought if I could be here, I could have been get more chances to get the deep knowledge of Ayurveda. I missed a lot because that time I think this Ayurveda college is not started yet, I think. Everybody knows that Ayurveda is not only a medical science, but a science of life. Ayusha Palanam Vedam Upavedam Atharvana. It deals with all matters of physical, psychological, spiritual, emotional, sociological health of all living beings, not human beings, but living beings. That's why in Ayurveda, Vriksha Ayurveda, Hastya Ayurveda, etc. are alive. So it has a holistic approach. This Ayurveda science of health has a holistic approach, and it has a pious background, and it has a positive attitude towards the living beings. So the newcomers, the new students of Ayurveda, you are lucky, very lucky, no doubt. I'm sure you will understand the basic knowledge of Ayurveda from this proud institution. Even though the whole knowledge of any subject will not get from the Acharya, because when there is a famous sloka is there, Acharyal Padamadate Padam Shishyopanayanam Padam Sabrahmacharibhyaha Padam Kalakramenacha. Suppose a knowledge or the science, if you want to learn, only 1/4 of the knowledge you will get from the Acharya. That is Acharya Padam. Padam means 1/4, 25% you will get from the teachers or Guru or Acharya. Padam Shishyopanayanam. You have to learn 25% yourself. That homework or whatever. The third quarter, Padam Sabrahmacharibhyaha. Sabrahmacharibhyaha means your that combined study that is mentioned here. You are from your classmates. You have to learn 25%. Padam Kalakramenacha. Only you will get the 1/4 of the science. It may be any of the medical science or engineering, whatever. You will get Kalakramena by time. That means by experience, etc. You will get that education. Then you will get the full knowledge of a science if you are 50 or 60 years old. That you should understand that you will not get the full knowledge of Ayurveda from any of the institutions. That is why Acharyat Padamadate Padam Shishyopanayanam Padam Sabrahmacharibhyaha Padam Kalakramenacha. By chanting this sloka, I remember if you learn Sanskrit, it is not mere a language, but it is a treasure of knowledge and it is a carrier of culture, not like other languages. So, if you learn Sanskrit language, your culture will be purified or polished. So, first of all, you should learn Sanskrit. If you are not studying Ayurveda, nothing matter, but you should learn Sanskrit in your lifetime. After the learning Sanskrit language, you will become a new man. That is the advantage of this language, pious language, holy language, Sanskrit. Many subhashitas are there. You will not get this type of advices in simple single quotation or that quotations from any languages. So it is a treasure of knowledge, Sanskrit itself. You will get the knowledge. That is why all Sanskrit books are written in Sanskrit. So it is compulsory to learn Sanskrit initially, not for studying this Ayurveda, but for becoming a new sattvic personality. You have to learn Sanskrit. I think before starting this Ayurvedic course, there is a chance to learn or understand the basic principles or basic rules of Sanskrit here. That is a peculiarity of this institute. Only few colleges are having this type of teaching the Sanskrit language in advance. In Sushruta Samhita, it is mentioned that how to make ready a Shishya or student or disciple for learning Ayurveda. It is Shishyopanayanam, second chapter of Sutrasthana, I think. It is explained. And many points or topics are sometimes outdated because thousands of years before these Samhitas or basic text of Ayurveda written. So you have to omit that points, but we have to adapt or we have to learn the basic principles of Shishyopanayanam from that chapter itself. How to become a good student, not student but a Shishya. It is different from student. So Shishyopanayanam. You heard about Upanishad. Upanishad means by sitting beside of Acharya, you have to learn the Sanatana sciences or Sanatana samskara or Sanatana knowledge of science. Like Veda. We learned Veda Gurukula style. And the Ayurveda is also, if we learn from Acharya or Guru, it will be comprehensive or complete. So there are many qualities or qualifications or duties mentioned in that chapter in other books also. So first one, Ahuda Yajnavalkya Smriti, it is mentioned that how to become a good student or disciple. Ahudaschapi adhiyita labdhan jasmai nivedayel hidam jasya charen nityam manovak kaya karma bhihi. That means you should not ask the teacher, you please teach me, like not like that. If he thinks that he should teach you according to his time, Acharya's time, because then only you will get the full knowledge of that science. So ahudaschapi adhiyita labdhan jasmai nivedayel. Anything you get from outside, you should inform the Acharya. That is the meaning of the second line. Hitam chasya charen nityam. Hita, you know, almost all of you know that Hita and Mita, that two words you will learn from Ayurvedic books in detail about what is the difference between Priya and Hita. So, Hitam cha asya charen nityam. All things should be, all activities should be Hita. And finally, Mano Vak Kaya Karma Bhihi. By mind, by words, Vak Kaya means physical activities, Vak Kaya Karma Bhihi. That is the meaning of this shloka. It is explained in Smritis. And here it is mentioned that how to become a good teacher also. Because teacher should be, first of all, teacher or Acharya should be a good personality. Otherwise, the students will not become the good students. So that qualities and qualifications and titles of each Acharya are mentioned in these books, especially in Upanishad and Smritis. So here in Taittiriya Upanishad it is explained very well. Acharyaya priyam dhanamahritya prajatandumma vyavachsetsis satyanna pramaditavyam dharmanna pramaditavyam. There are two words to be underlined, satya and dharma. If you follow satya and dharma, you will not fall or you will not get back from any point of view. You will succeed in your life finally. That is Acharyaya priyam dhanamahritya prajatandum mam vyavachsetsihi satyanna pramaditavyam. Don't move from satya and dharmat. Dharma also it is there. So these two words are very important in our sciences. Sanatana or Adhyatmic sciences, it is very important. It is mentioned in Upanishad, especially in Taittiriya Upanishad. And there are many qualities of each disciple. First one is Kritajna, who is having gratitude. That is the first and foremost thing one should have. Then Adrohi, one who is not having that malice or malicious thought. Next one is Medhavi. Medha means Grahana Samarthya, that is memory power or having intellectual capacity. Minimum Medhavi. Medha should be having Medha Shakti should be there. And Shuchihi, it is explained in Sushruta Samhita also. You see that thousands of years back it is written that Sushruta Samhita or Charaka Samhita has been written. But it is mentioned that cleanness of mind and body is a must for a student or disciple. So it is very clear that if that our body and mind are clean or pious, then only we will get the actual knowledge of this pious science, Ayurveda. So Shuchi is important thing. And Kulya, Kulya means having a good family background. And Anasuyaka, there should not be having Asuya. Hedavirshiyal phale nadu. It is written in Ashtanga Hridaya also. That time, one thing I have to remember you or remind you, these moral ethics are not mentioned in any of the medical sciences in the world. The medical ethics or medical, moral advice or moral that quotings are not there in any of the medical sciences in the world. Only Ayurveda can, we will see this in Ayurveda, that Dashavidha Papa, etc., etc., Kidapiveligam, Arche Deva, Govipra, Vridhavaidin, Nirpadithin, etc., etc. There are so many quotations from these sciences or samhitas. So, Adhyapya Dharmata Sadhu, Shaktapta Jnana Vittamaha. This type of students should be selected for teaching or studying Ayurveda. In many smritis, like Yajnavalkya or Manusmriti, these qualities of students or disciples are explained very detailed. You should learn that also in advance. In Taittiriya Upanishad also, Matra Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava. That means that you should bow or you should consider Mata, Pita, Acharya and Atithi as Devas, like Deva, like God. That is why Matra Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Atithi Devo Bhava, Yanya Navadyani Karyani, no Idarani, etc., etc. It is written in Upanishad. Here, that Vedas, Upanishad and Smritis and Itihasat, they explain these type of qualities in detail. These qualities we can see in nutshell of Ayurvedic text. That is why the Sutrasthana It is important for learning these moral qualities of each human being. And I am sure you will face many problems, especially this first BAMS students. You will face many problems like homesickness and difficult to learn language, Sanskrit, and many more problems you will face. But at the end, you will get a pious or very wonderful world of Ayurveda in your life. I am sure finally you will succeed, and you are very fortunate to be here because here this type of Gurukula style is following in Amrita School of Ayurveda, and great culture is kept here even now. That is also a peculiarity of this Ayurveda college. So if you learn this Sanskrit and Ayurveda from this institution, you will become a new personality in your life, no doubt. So what is the peculiarity of Ayurveda? I told you earlier that the moral quotations or moral advices only you can see in Ayurveda. So explaining this Chikilsa Nasti Nishphala, Kvajit Dharma, Kvajin Maitri, Kvajidartha, Kvajidyasha, Karma Bhyasa, Kvajichedi, Chikilsa Nasti Nishphala. This treatment, it is a profession. It will not be waste. Sometimes it will be for Kvajit Dharma, Dharmik. For Dharma purpose, you can treat some patients. Kvajin Maitri, for friendship or for relations, you have to treat the patients. Kvajidartha, sometimes you will treat or you will do the profession for making money, for wealth. Kvajidyasha, for fame, sometimes you will treat. You have to treat the patients for fame. Kvajit Dharma, Kvajin Maitri, Kvajidartha, Kvajidyasha, Karma Bhyasaha, that experience, for practical experience. You should do the treatment procedures for karma bhyasaha. That is Chikilsa Nasti Nishphala. This is the peculiarity of the profession of being a physician or doctor or Ayurvedic Vaidya. If there is no health, there is no use of wealth, there is no use of fame, there is no use of any material world. If you have the health, then it is there. Arogya sarvam pratishthitam. So, how you will get sukha from your life? You have to learn vidya. So, one shloka is there. Vidya dadadi vinayam, vinayadyadi patradam. Patratvat dhanamapnodi dhanat dharmam tatas sukham. These are the subhashitas. Finally, we want sukha, adhyatmic and that bhaudik. Both sukha we want, we require. So, how we will get this sukha? Starting from vidya. If we learn the science of any of the subject, we have to learn vidya. Vidya dadadi vinayam. If you learn the basic knowledge of vidya, you will become vinaya. Vinaya means that humility. So, after getting the real vidya, you will become a vinaya person or person, vinita. So, vidya dadati vinayam. From vinaya, vinayadyadi patradam. Patradam means personality. If you have the knowledge, basic knowledge of any of the subject and vinaya, then you will get a personality. Patratvam, patrada, vinayadyadi patradam. Patratvat dhanamapnodi. If you have a personality, good personality, then you will get money automatically. That is why karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu gadajana. There is no need of asking the result of each karma. It will come automatically. That is why karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So if you will do the proper duty, then you will get wealth. So vidya dadati vinayam vinayadyadi patratam patratvat dhanam apnoti. For this modern life, we want money, no doubt. So after patratva or personality, you will get money. Dhanat dharmam. If you get the money from dharmic route, dhanat dharmam tadas sukham. Then if you have the dharmic karma, then you will get sukham, ultimate sukham. Then that is the ambition of each and every human being. So then humility, personality, then wealth and dhanam, then sukham. This dharma and sukham, these are the proper method of getting this sukham. So if we get the vidya, then how it is to be utilized? There are 4 methods. Adhiti, bodha, acharana, pracharana. Adhiti means learning a knowledge. That is adhiti. Bodham, understanding, proper understanding of a knowledge. It will make a main difference in your mind. So adhiti, bodham, then acharana. If you know that satyam vada dharmajara, it is there. But if you are not following that satya and dharma, you will not get that final sukha or happiness. So adhiti, bodha, acharanam. Then you have to that practice this knowledge. So satyam vada dharmajara, etc. should be practiced in your personal life also. That is the adhiti, bodha, acharana. Then propagate. Acharana, pracharana. You have to propagate the whatever, the Ayurveda or Upanishad or whatever, you have to propagate that knowledge of or science in the society. Then adhiti, bodha, acharana, pracharana. Through these 4 methods, the vidya sustains in the world. That is the main principle you have to think about before learning or before studying a science. So you are very lucky, students, because here this parayana of these samhitas are there. Just now that Charaka, Tattva-amrita or Charaka parayana over. So you will get the chance to learn by heart this Ashtanga Hridaya or Ashtanga Sangraha or Charaka from this great institution. When I studied my Vedic school 49 years back, 4:30 or 5 o'clock, I have to wake up. Then after bath, that from morning to evening, till evening, I have to learn or study or chant Veda, Veda, Veda. Nothing is there. Nowadays, you are lucky, you are free from that type of restrictions. You will get the mobile or whatever you want and food. At that time, it was very sattvic food were available, but nowadays you will get any type of food, any type of that happiness from any area of this world. But one thing you have to think, you should think that Hita and Mita everywhere in the life. That means sattvic. You should become sattvic personality, otherwise you will suffer at the end of this life. So if you are sattvic personality, your happiness, adhyatmic or bhautik happiness will be always permanent or persistent. So I congratulate the teachers for becoming this part of this great institution, and I congratulate the new students of first BAMS and parents of these proud students being a part of this great, pious, holy institution, School of Ayurveda, Amrita Vidyapitham, or Amrita School of Ayurveda. I congratulate all of the students and wish you all success in your life. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wise and enlightening words. I now invite Sampuja Swami Shankaramritanandapuri to felicitate Vedaratnam Dr. Shivakaran Nambutiri sir, requesting sir to please accept the same. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, sir. The Department of Kaumarabhritya, Amrita School of Ayurveda, launched a project titled Balamritam with the tagline Health through Ayurveda, Ayurveda through Amrita in 2014 to spread awareness about propagating Ayurveda among younger generation. It includes school health camps, diagnostic medical camps, and awareness classes about lifestyle corrections through Dinacharya, Ritucharya, and Sadvrita Palana, modified to suit the need of the children. The logo of Balamritam project consists of a schoolboy and a girl holding a textbook in one hand and an Ayurveda herb in the other. There are 3 hands in the logo. One symbolizes the parent and the other one the teacher. And the third hand on the top symbolizes the doctor, signifying the role of 3 key people in maintaining health, happiness, and well-being of the children. The sky blue color indicates the vast sky where they can soar high up with the good health and happiness. The logo of Balamritam was designed by our student, Mr. Girishan, UG 2020 batch. The official inauguration of the project was conducted at Amrita Vidyalayam, Pantalam, on the holy soils of Lord Ayyappa's birthplace on 22nd November 2023 with the gracious presence of Sri Punardam Narayana Varma, Royal of the Pandalam Palace. Now, we will be unveiling the logo of Balamritam. For that, we humbly invite Sampuja Swami Shankaramritanandapuri and Vedaratnam Dr. Shivakaran Nambutiri sir. We also request the presence of Dr. Hemalada Poti, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Kaumarabhritya, to this occasion. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, sir, and thank you, ma'am.
Now, the certificates for the participants who actively took part in conducting the first awareness class and health camp at Amrita Vidyalayam as part of Balamritam project will be distributed. I invite Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya to kindly give away the certificates. I call upon Dr. Meera S., Assistant Professor, Department of Swasthavrita, to please receive the certificate. Ma'am, please. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I call upon Dr. Anjana J., Assistant Professor, Department of Rajana Sharira, to please receive the certificate. Thank you, ma'am. I call upon Dr. Vishnuraj S., Assistant Professor, Department of Panchakarma, to please receive the certificate. Thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you, Swamiji. Now I invite Brahmachari Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya to kindly give away the certificates. I call upon Dr. Kirti R. Panikar, final year PG Scholar, Department of Swasthavrita. Dr. Grishma AJ, second year PG Scholar, Department of Swasthavrita. Dr. Arati M. Nair, second year PG Scholar, Department of Swasthavrita. Dr. Sri Lakshmi SS, second year PG Scholar, Department of Shalaki Tantra. Dr. Meka Lakshmi MS, second year PG Scholar, Department of Kaya Chikitsa. Dr. Praveena Nair, second year PG Scholar, Department of Shalaki Tantra. And Dr. Hiran GS, second year PG Scholar, Department of Kaya Chikitsa. Thank you, Swamiji.
I now kindly invite Dr. P. Ram Manohar to please give away the certificates. I call upon the interns to please receive the certificate. Dr. Anaka A.S., Dr. Anaka R., Dr. Aishwarya S., Dr. Arundhati Girikumar, Dr. Anantakrishnan M. Rajit, Thank you, sir. Now, I humbly invite Dr. Priya S. to please give away the certificates. I call upon Dr. Govind Satish to please receive the certificate. Dr. Hemant S.R., Dr. Pooja S. Kumar, Dr. Gauri Krishna R, Dr. Rajmohan K.S., Dr. Anup B. Thank you, ma'am.
The logo of Palamritam was designed by Mr. Girishan, UG 2020 batch, and I call upon Mr. Girishan to please come onto the dais to receive a small token of appreciation. And I request Vedaratnam Dr. Shivakaran Namputiri sir to please do the honors. Sir, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. And thank you, Girishan.
Amrita School of Ayurveda molds the character of its students through synergy of science and spirituality, and our students earn acclaim and laurels wherever they go. Dr. Arati Prabha, final year PG scholar, Department of Kaya Chikitsa, received the very prestigious 13th Sri Raghavan Tirumulpat Puraskaram 2023 for the best Ayurvedic postgraduate student of Kerala. Dr. Arati is our 6th batch UG student. She completed her BAMS at Amrita during the tenure 2009 to 2014. The meritorious Puraskaram was awarded to Dr. Arati in view of her fruitful activities in PG tenure, which includes paper and poster presentations at national and international level, publications in esteemed journals, research work in cancer, along with selfless participation in medical camps and in-house programs. She also holds a postgraduate diploma in medical tourism from Symbiosis International University, Pune, and is currently pursuing MA's clinical psychology from IGNO, along with MD in Kaya Chikitsa at our college. On this occasion, I request Sampuja Swami Shankaramritanantapuri to honor Dr. Arati, inviting Dr. Arati P. to please receive the same. Thank you, Swamiji. Thank you, Dr. Arati.
With due respect and honor, I request Brahmachari Achyutamrita Chaitanya, Principal, School of Spiritual and Cultural Studies, Amritapuri Campus, to speak a few words and felicitate the occasion. Welcome, Swamiji.
Namaste Gurave Nityam Sahajanandarubine Yasya Vagamrutam Handi Visham Samsara Samyagam. My salutations to the dignitaries on the stage, Reverend Swamiji, Brahmasri Shivakaran Nambudriji, Dr. Ramanoharji, Brahmachari Vishwanath Amrajani, and Dr. Priya. It is always a pleasure to attend any meeting in Amrita School of Ayurveda, because being a person related to Indian culture and spirituality, every time I come here, even for giving a speech or something like that, I get enriched. My knowledge gets enriched. Today we had the privilege of hearing to Swami Shankaramritananda Ji about the fundamentals that should drive a person to even Ayurveda, because the fundamental inspiration should be to serve others. Swami Vivekananda's story, which I had read earlier, but I have forgotten. Once again, hearing it from Swami Shankarananda Puri's mouth, it kindled again the thoughts of how to fulfill our life through service. And that is the mission that all the Ayurveda students are entrusted with. It is not just a profession, as Shivakaran Namboodiriji, Dr. Shivakaran Namboodiriji rightly pointed out. Chikitsa is for many purposes. It is for dharma, it is to fulfill the friendship, it is for earning money also, and it is for getting fame and practice. So, through all these channels, the knowledge that we acquire through the study of Ayurveda can be fulfilled. And it will lead to a multifaceted evolution of the person who is resorting to this stream of profession, maybe we can call. Nowadays it is more of a profession than a service. But the service element should be there. That is what Amrita stresses. Amma's whole aim is to make us servants of the world. Serving the world is the easiest way to serve the Lord, serve the Supreme Being. So you are all lucky that you have joined Amrita, and you will be inspired by the high ideals that Amma has put forth, and the best training that you will get from this institution. As Dr. Shivakaran Namboodiriji rightly pointed out, he had the experience of his daughter studying here. That is why he mentioned about the problems that you are going to face. Yes, you are going to face some problems. Especially learning Sanskrit is an essential in Amrita. I have many relatives who have studied in other institutions. I am not naming those institutions. They say that there is Sanskrit only for namesake, because it is a course prescribed by the authorities of Ayurvedic studies in India. They are going through the course. But in Amrita, it is not just for namesake. You have to learn the prescribed Sanskrit portions very well. Then you have to be familiarized with the text, the original Samhitas. So all these things are challenges, but they will definitely equip you more in your profession, in your life, and they will ultimately lead to the success that we are all after. All of us are after success, and it will be assured if you go through the curriculum here and if you follow the instructions given by your teachers. And one more thing that you are really fortunate is that the keynote address was given by none other than Dr. Shivakaran Namboodiriji, who is not just a medical professional. He was the Melshandi, the main priest of Guruvayur for 6 months. So you are all blessed, because we know Guru Pavanapuresha is the master healer. We have the history of lots of incurable chronic patients resorting to Guruvayurappan's Lord of Guruvayur, his feet, and getting cured. The famous example is of Narayana Bhattapada, who wrote the Narayaniyam in praise of Lord Guruvayurappan and got cured of the most difficult illness. And in the second verse itself of Narayaniyam, Narayana Bhattapada says, Ede Davad Vayam Dus Thiradara Manasa Vishwapida Bhakate Nisheshatmanamenam Guru Pavanapurati Vasrayamaha. We resort to the Lord of Guruvayur for Vishwapida Bhakti, to get rid of all pedas, including physical ailments, mental ailments, spiritual bondage, that we are all bound to this world by our ajnana, by our karmas, and we have to go through the cycle of birth and death. This samsara is the greatest pida, that is the greatest taba, and the bodily tabas, sharirika tabas are there, then the mental tabas, manasika tabas are there, then adhyatmika tabas are there. So to get rid of all of them, many people go to Lord Guruvayurappa and get cured. And a person who has worshipped that Guruvayurappa for 6 months continuously, and it was an intense tapas for anyone who becomes a Melshandi or even any of the priests in Guruvayur. It is an intense tapas. So he has done that tapas, and he only kicked off this batch with his keynote address. So you are all blessed. You have the protecting hands of Amma and the institution and the inspiration from many, many people who are associated with serving the world and engaging themselves in study and engaging themselves in getting the ultimate knowledge of the self. So such a conducive atmosphere is there for all of you, and if you make use of this atmosphere, there is no doubt you all will become success in your life, in your profession, and you all will become happy. As Dr. Shivagaran Nambudiri has said, Sukham is the ultimate goal of all of us, and that will be assured if you follow the footsteps of your seniors, your teachers, and our beloved Amma, our Master Guru Amma. So I congratulate you all, you, not only you, your parents also, for making your wards select this institution for their academic pursuits. So let Amma's grace be on all of you ever, and let all of you become successful in your life. With this prayer, I offer my words at Amma's lotus feet. Om Amardeshwari Namah.
Thank you, Swamiji, for your enlightening words. It's my privilege to call upon Brahmachari Vishwanathamrita Chaitanya, Head Corporate and Industry Relations, Amritapuri Campus, to address the gathering. Welcome, Swamiji.
Om Amardeshwari Namaha. My Sahtang Pranams at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma. My salutations to all the dignitaries on the stage, faculty members, staff, students and parents. Congratulations to all the students who have chosen to join Amrita School of Ayurveda. I am sure it would have been quite a decision that has come after a lot of thinking. What I see is our students from this batch come from practically across the country. So not just from Kerala, maybe in Kerala a few students. But majority of the students come from the north and south and west of the country. So it definitely tells us that Amrita School of Ayurveda has, its name has gone far and wide. So what makes Amrita University special? Of course, it is primarily, it is the vision of Amma, the Chancellor of the University. That is why over the past 20 years, Amrita University is what it is today. We are ranked the top 5 in the country. In all the universities, in the private sector, we are leading the whole sector. We are almost, I think, 9 campuses now. 2 in Kerala, Kochi and Amritapuri. 2 in Tamil Nadu, Coimbatore campus and Chennai campus. A new campus is opening up in Nagarkoil shortly. We have 2 campuses in Karnataka, Bangalore and Mysore. And a new campus has come up in Amravati and a medical campus in Faridabad, Delhi. We are close to 25,000 students studying in the university and more than 2,000 faculty members in practically all disciplines except maybe architecture and law. So in a very short time, Amrita University has really grown very, very fast. So when it was asked to Amma, why Amma set up this, the university, because there are so many institutions of repute in the country. What is the need for another university, another set of colleges? Amma said, what is really important in a student's education is imparting good culture. So Swamiji, in his talk, was really emphasizing on the importance of character formation as part of your education here. It is not just the degree. Degree, of course, you will get, any student will get from any university. But the importance of character in education is so vital and so central, particularly in the education, medical education, and all the more Ayurveda. But it doesn't come easily. as also Vedaratnam Sri Shivashankar Namburi sir said, in his times, morning to evening, they had to work very, very hard. And you are all very lucky. Probably we are very unlucky. They were lucky enough, that is why they could master the subject and could help humanity. But when you take education lightly, it will take its own toll. So I would only pray that you all be lucky enough to get good education and work hard so that you are able to, the knowledge that you are going to acquire from this place will really aid you, support you, help you, not only to make a profession, but also to be a great human being. So what we expect from all our students, I would say there are 3 dimensions to it. One is to really be a, to acquire your knowledge, a mastery of Ayurveda in the true sense. What is Ayurveda itself? I think, we are treating the body, but what is body itself? Body is an indwelling place for Bhagavan or Ishwar. So the perspective that Ayurveda gives you is, we are only taking care of your health so that your ayus, your longevity can be extended. Okay, so I'm told in the olden times there were no diseases. Only when people started living artificially or not aligned with the ridus, that is when body started becoming diseased. And it seems that is when Lord Brahma gave the Ayurvedic knowledge. It is also equal to all the Vedas, to the Rishis, Sushruta, Charaka, Vagbhata, and all the others. And that is why we have got this great tradition. So to master that and to acquire the knowledge, and so that we are able to provide that for the future, is actually the single more responsibility of each student who is joining this program today. Because there was a time in India, there was only Ayurvedic practice. It's only in the past 150 to 200 years, we have the new entire other systems developed, particularly the modern the allopathic system. But Ayurveda was capable of taking care of the entire health needs of humanity. But unfortunately, we have lost that track somewhere along the way. And I believe the way the Ayurveda is growing today, definitely if you can master the subject in its pure spirit, the way it was presented by Swamiji and others, definitely you can be the pallbearers, the carriers of this knowledge and pass it on to posterity. Equally important is to acquire the wisdom that has been given to us from the culture, as Amma said, that we all are expected to assimilate.
Namaskar. So what is the culture about? Culture is really about mastering our mind. Even though professionally we are well qualified, it doesn't mean that we will be qualified for life. We see many qualified people in all walks of life suffering because they don't know how to live their life well. And the foundation of a good life is a strong spiritual grounding coming from, so we have to also master the various spiritual practices like satachara, like the meditation, like the japa, the various other practices which will calm your mind, which will be able to give you a life where you can be happy and peaceful. So that is the second dimension of the education that you will receive from here. And the third dimension, which I believe is equally important, is to take pride in our great traditions that this land has given us. Why is it important? Today, India is on a growth phase. Unfortunately, I would say almost for the past 1,000 years, we have not been free to govern ourselves in our own way because of various invasions and various, India was not having the freedom to rule itself, valuing the traditions we have received from our ancestors. And I believe after independence, things should have been corrected, and we should have been given the benefit of all the knowledge that our rishis have passed on to us. But I think the time has come in the 21st century where India is going to be able to share our wisdom and knowledge with the rest of the world. And the world will start recognizing and appreciating, valuing, and hopefully imbibing the great knowledge this land has to give to the world. And Ayurveda is a leading knowledge that is still being practiced in this land. Maybe one another, maybe Jyotish. And who will take this responsibility to make this knowledge available to the world? It will be our students. And Amma has a vision where, along with Dharma, our knowledge systems from this land also can conquer the world. So that is why it is important for us to be proud of the great traditions, great knowledge systems we have received from our great ancestors. Assimilate it, practice it, make it our own, and then propagate it as well. Without that, India just being an economic powerhouse alone would not help. So the world has started recognizing this unique aspect of India. I think it is very well evident that many areas of economy, politics, and various other technology, but only the whole journey would be complete when India is able to share its ancient wisdom. Why is the ancient wisdom important? Because all other sciences and technology has only led to further divisions and fragmentation of the world today. The violence and other divisions in the society is not coming down. It's only becoming more worse. Only a harmonizing knowledge system that India has given to the world. The primary reason is all the knowledge systems come from the Chitta Bhumi, which is very different from the observed, verified practices that the Western model has followed. So fundamentally, there is a difference between the knowledge that India has created and the knowledge the West has produced. Because in Indian knowledge systems, everything is complete. The full ownership of, imagine even in a science or technology, there's no side effects because it takes into account the whole living aspect. When you produce one knowledge, it doesn't create another problem in another area. I can give an example in the Western tradition, like the petrochemical is the foundation of medicine. It is also the foundation of agriculture, all the fertilizers. So one problem that you solve in agriculture, it produces the problem of health in another sector. And so on. We don't want to illustrate that. The idea is India has a solution which will complement, which will solve much of the problem the world is facing today. And Ayurveda will lead that journey, and I believe we are on a starting. And you are uniquely positioned, this generation who is going through the Ayurvedic education, uniquely positioned to take advantage of this opportunity. And unless you take the leadership role, unless you see yourself as change makers, nobody is going to do that. And as Ramanohar ji is there, who is leading our research efforts, a lot of research has to go into Ayurveda to make it modernized, to make it, to be able to face the challenges from the many other systems. And the Ayurveda has the strength to be on its own. I will give you an example. Chinese medicine today is popular all over the world because they have taken the effort and the interest, and over many decades, they have packaged it in a way the whole world has accepted it. And Ayurveda also exactly the same possibility. And you are the batch, you are the students, you are the generation which is going to take this forward. Praying to Amma for Amma's blessings so that all your education here in Amrita is successful. You all get the best education available. And also wishing all a great future. And also the parents who have put your child here, your children are in safe hands. We'll take care of them well. And definitely they will have a great future ahead of them. Om Amriteshwari Namaha.
Thank you, Swamiji, for your visionary insights. Dr. P. Ram Manohar requires no introduction. He is a renowned figure actively engaged in the global promotion of Ayurveda, and we are proud to have him as a part of Amrita family. I now humbly invite Dr. P. Ram Manohar, Research Director, Acharya, Amrita School of Ayurveda, to speak a few words. Welcome, sir.
Om Amriteshware Namaha. I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma. My salutations to all the dignitaries assembled here, the faculty, students, parents. It's indeed a moment of great joy today with the new students joining Amrita School of Ayurveda for the BAMS program. At the outset, I would like to extend a hearty congratulations and very warm welcome to all of you to the Amrita family. So all our eminent dignitaries have already shared, a lot of valuable information ranging from spirituality to, medical science. And I'm just wondering how I can add to all that has been already mentioned. So at the beginning itself, let me try to summarize, what we learned from all those who spoke before me. I think all of you students who have come here have taken the right decision on 3 counts. One is you have joined Amrita Vishwavidyapith. It is an amazing university. You will begin to understand more about how under Amma's visionary leadership, Amrita University is emerging as a global leader in education, especially bringing both spirituality and science for the service of humanity. So to actually study in such a university, not only from within Amrita School of Ayurveda, but you will get such great exposure in spirituality, science, humanities, and also get a global perspective on how humanity has to develop in the future. Second count is that you have joined Amrita School of Ayurveda. I think this is again an amazing place to study Ayurveda just because of many reasons. One reason is that it is so close to Amma's ashram. In Amma's presence, to study Ayurveda, I think is a great blessing, because Ayurveda Shastras have said that you have to study Ayurveda in the presence of a tirtha. And Amma's presence makes this place a real tirtha, a place where you can undergo real self-transformation. And thirdly, I think you have taken the right decision to join Ayurveda. Because I am saying this because many people, when they come to join Ayurveda, they have a hesitation. They are not sure whether they have chosen the right field. Maybe because you couldn't get into other disciplines. That is why, when I was studying Ayurveda, that was the situation. I did not want to study Ayurveda at all. And I've completed my SSLC. My father forced me to study Ayurveda. I protested a lot, but it didn't work out. And even after joining Ayurveda, for some time I was thinking of how to escape. So there I want to tell you that in my experience, if that's going to be of any inspiration or help for you, that I don't regret having studied Ayurveda today. If you look back, Ayurveda has given me experiences in life that I could not have imagined. Really, I don't think if I have chosen another field, I might be having all this rich experience that Ayurveda has given me. Because when I was a student studying in the school, I was fascinated by modern medicine. I used to read all medical fiction, Robin Cook, Alex, Arthur Haley. These were all great authors of the time who wrote medical fiction. And I used to read those books, and my dream was to, go somewhere outside India and become a doctor. And I thought all my dreams were shattered, when I studied Ayurveda. But Ayurveda has taken me across the globe into institutions and platforms. I'm not telling it as, my achievement. It is what Ayurveda has offered to me. So today, Ayurveda is emerging slowly as a global system of healthcare. And I would like to suggest that you must keep this as a vision, because Ayurveda is the knowledge for the world. The name Ayurveda itself shows that universalism. Ayurveda is Ayusho Veda. It is the knowledge of life. Wherever there is life, there is relevance for Ayurveda. Through the name, no other medical system is actually, giving this universal outlook. If you look at Chinese medicine, it's traditional Chinese medicine, traditional African medicine, traditional, European medicine. But Ayurveda has never called itself as traditional Indian medicine because its outlook has been for the whole world. And today the world needs Ayurveda. So what my teachers, my father always used to tell me was, you commit to the study of Ayurveda and the results will automatically come. When you are, today we are in the process of Shishyopanayanam. So this word Shishya in Sanskrit is coming from the root Shas, which means that, you are taking this commitment to learn. Shasanam is being guided in the right direction to acquire knowledge. Shishya is somebody who has committed himself to become a learner. So I think that is the commitment today, Shishyopanayanam, that you are committing yourself to become a learner for life. And until the time you become a self-learner, you need guidance from a guru or acharya. That is the whole educational process. Because you might ask, why do you need to come to an institution? If I can give a commitment to learning and start learning on my own. No, but because this Shastra is very deep, you need guidance, you need to be mentored till you reach a stage where, as respected Shivagara Nambudriji was mentioning earlier, Acharyat Padam Adate. So that Padam is the foundation. There is also a verse in Sanskrit. This is another thing I want to say, because even now I regret that during my studies, many a time we were distracted. If we had spent that time studying a little bit more deeply, we would be in a better position now. I always, when I look back, because Charaka Samhita says, when you are a student, Kritakshanam, one of the qualities of a student is Kritakshana, create the time. Create the time for acquiring knowledge. That is the Shishya. Every moment you are alert, you don't want to miss even a moment to learn something. When you have that spirit, you become a Shishya, not otherwise. So, this is the approach that we need. There is a saying, in the olden tradition, this whole process, as Swamiji was also mentioning, that now it has become abridged. It was a very deep, transformative process. It even took 1 year for the Guru to accept the Shishya or tune him into study, getting accustomed to the whole process of learning. If you are a Brahmin or you have the Vipra Buddhi, then it was said that within 1 year you become an yogya to start the study. So what I'm trying to point out is that in the education process, there was a long preparatory stage. When I was studying Ayurveda, we had something called pre-Ayurveda, because the challenges that each student faces will be different. And I'm sure you are going to face a lot of problems, as was mentioned earlier. We have to study Sanskrit. We have to also study the foundations of our Indian knowledge systems, because Ayurveda is based on the Indian knowledge system, which is based on a different epistemology or a different worldview. So 2 great hurdles before you can start understanding and appreciating Ayurveda is that you need a good knowledge of Sanskrit, which was already emphasized. But along with that, also a good foundation in Indian knowledge systems. I'm very happy to say that now the NCERT, the Government of India, has taken a very big initiative. In the very soon, near future, all our school textbooks are going to be filled with more information related to Indian knowledge systems. So I hope that in the future future students of Ayurveda will be better prepared when they come to study Ayurveda. But now you will have to fill that gap. It is not now there are also efforts like transitional curriculum, all these things. So I want to also say that, Ayurveda is gaining recognition globally. And as Vishwanatha Swami was mentioning, we have to do some homework because of colonial rule, because of lot of unfavorable policies. Ayurveda has got frozen for the last 200, 300 years. It is surviving, but not flourishing. For Ayurveda to flourish, we need to really modernize it, and modernize it on the basis of its own foundations. But the world is, now beginning to receive and open up to Ayurveda. And I want to just share a few anecdotal instances. Maybe many of you know that a global Ayurveda festival is going to happen very soon, in the first week of December. And one of the speakers who is coming, she's from the United States, from Roswell Park Cancer Center, which is a prestigious cancer institute in the US. And she is a speaker in this Congress. And I want to tell you how it happened. She has actually been invited to Amrita Institute of Medical Sciences for a public health conference. She is a speaker there. And when she decided to come there, she came to know that there is a school of Ayurveda here. And she inquired with the doctors there. And the first thing she wanted to know was whether she can come here and take Ayurvedic treatment. And then she came into contact with us, and we came to know that she is already a student of Ayurveda. She is a modern, specialist in cancer therapy, but she has studied Ayurveda. And she got interested and was willing to come to the Global Ayurveda Festival and speak about how Ayurveda can help the development of integrative oncology on a global platform. In Germany, there is a neurologist. She is working in the field of Parkinson's disease. She is also coming to, I think, Global Ayurveda Festival. So what they have done is they have converted an entire neurological ward into an Ayurveda treatment ward in Germany. The thing is, Ayurveda is not legally recognized. People are open to explore Ayurveda, but there is still no legal recognition. And in spite of there not being legal recognition, so many initiatives are being taken. And what they have found in Germany is that within 2 to 3 years of Ayurvedic treatment, Parkinson's patients are able to withdraw modern medications. Their quality of life is improving. They're able to walk better. I don't know if any one of you have heard of this, but many years ago, I met a Japanese medical doctor who created a robo for administering an Ayurvedic treatment called Shirodhara. So we are administering Shirodhara treatment. It is very famous. But this doctor, out of interest, created a device which not only administers the treatment, but will also monitor what changes are happening in the body when you are administering the treatment. So you can see in Russia, there is a medical doctor, a physiology expert, who has created a device using heart rate variability to measure our pulse and interpret it using technology. So there is a lot of interest that is developing in Ayurveda worldwide. And if we want to make use of this opportunity, deliver Ayurveda globally, then what is really required is core competence. It is pathetic to see sometimes that even in India, students come to study Ayurveda, but they end up practicing modern medicine. And this is our failure. I mean, we are not becoming aware of this great opportunity that is available. Ayurveda is a health-oriented system. It is not primarily a curative approach. It is a health-oriented system. And the world needs this today. Just a few more words and I will conclude. When we were students, 40 years ago, when I started studying Ayurveda, I heard the slogan, Health for All by 2000 AD, WHO slogan. I used to wonder, how is it possible? Are people going to put health as pills and distribute to everybody? How will everybody become healthy by 2000 AD? Come 2000 AD and we had AIDS. It's a big pandemic at that time. It was very frightening. And then WHO became wiser and renewed the slogan by saying, we cannot give health for all, but health care for all. Health is not possible, but health care for all, universal health coverage. And 20 years later, what happened? COVID. When COVID came, we learned that the countries with the best access to health care had the maximum mortality and morbidity from COVID. So now what is the real slogan? This is where Ayurveda comes in. Ayurveda says it's not health for all, it's not health care for all, it's health intelligence for all. I got this term when Amma was telling once that what we need is not just Arogyam but Arogya Buddhi. Without Arogya Buddhi, we cannot get Arogyam. Without health intelligence, we cannot become healthy. Health is not the responsibility of a medical system. Health is the responsibility of each individual. It is by empowering each individual that you can be healthy. So all of you are actually health ambassadors. Ayurveda clinicians are health ambassadors. Amongst the causes, all-time causes of mortality, number one cause is, any guess? Cardiovascular disease. Number two is cancer. Number three is medical error, which means the medical profession is the third leading cause for death. In many countries, when doctors went on strike, mortality rate came down by 30 to 50%. So this is where curative-oriented healthcare system is leading to us. The number of people needing transplants, the number of people needing surgeries, the statistics in the future is very frightening. By 2050, the existing healthcare system may not be able to administer treatment to all the sick people. And we are going to suffer from non-communicable diseases. Just like what happened during COVID, people will be waiting in queues outside hospitals without the resources. Antimicrobial resistance, all these things are coming. So Ayurveda, I will conclude here, Ayurveda beckons us to become health ambassadors of the future. Health ambassadors to recreate a global society that is focused on health, healthy living, and a higher purpose, spiritual well-being. So let me congratulate and wish all of you the very best in your endeavor to study Ayurveda and become torchbearers of this great medical system in the future. Thank you. Om Amriteshwari.
Thank you, sir, for your wise words. Now I call upon Dr. Srijit Karta, Professor, Department of Kai Chikitsa, to deliver a vote of thanks. Sir, please.
Humble pranams to lotus feet of Amma. The dignitaries of the dais, my dear students, parents, the responsibility given today for me is to deliver the vote of thanks speech. First and foremost, as the sloka in the Saundarya Lahari says, Shivashaktiya yukto idishakta prabhavidum naje devam devona khalukushala spandidum api. Without the grace of Shakti, even Shiva cannot move. Like that, without the grace of Amma, the auspicious occasions like this never happens. So, from the deep of the heart, on behalf of the gatherings, I express our extreme gratitude to Amma's holy feet. Pujya Shankaramridanandapuri Swamiji, the Dean of the institution, the individual and supreme soul of the institution, with his guidance, we are moving on, faculties and students. Swamiji reminded us, with the union of an excellent guru and an excellent shishya, wonders can happen in the field of the treatment, especially by the sloka, Etra Yogeshwara Krishno, Etra Partho Dhanurthara, Tatra Sri Vijayo Bhudir Dhruvani Tirma Tirmama. Swamiji, we express our extreme gratitudes from the deep of the heart. Pujya Swamiji Achyutamrita Chaitanya, no need of any introduction. He has been always be a part of our auspicious functions like this. For Swamiji also, expressing our thankfulness from the deep of the heart. Swamiji. Vishwadanamrita Chaitanya Swamiji reminded us our responsibility as an Ayurveda student or as an Ayurveda doctor in the present global scenario. We thankfully acknowledge his speech and express our heartfelt gratitude, Swamiji. Our chief guest of this auspicious event, Thotam Shivakaran Nambudiri. He is a multifaceted personality who is a Samavedajna, was main priest of Guruvayurappan, and an Ayurveda doctor. He is a yoga teacher. In Malayalam, Thotam means garden. In his garden, almost all fruits are available. നമ്പൂരി സാറിൻ്റെ തോട്ടത്തിൽ എല്ലാ ഫലങ്ങളും കിട്ടുമെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ such auspicious speech was there today. We express our extreme gratitudes from the deep of the heart on behalf of the gatherings. Ramanohar sir, who has taken the Ayurveda into a global field. I usually tell my students, be like Ramanohar sir, because he is acting locally and thinking globally. So that is the lesson we can learn from his life. Such a simple man with a great potential, taken Ayurveda into its global heights. We are blessed with his presence. We express our gratitudes. Ramanohar sir. And our principal in charge delivered the welcome speech, Dr. Priya. She is the HOD of the Dravyaguna department also. On behalf of the gatherings, we express our extreme thankfulness and gratitudes. Thank you, madam. Bhishajam sadhuvrittanam bhadram agamasalinam abhyasta karmanam bhadram bhadram bhadrabilashanam. And again, the media persons, AOC, ICTS, and all the volunteers who served for this auspicious occasion, including students, faculties, once again, expressing our gratitude and thankfulness. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. So this marks the end of Shishyopanayanam 2023. I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. Thank you all.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
There is is an announcement. The classes for 2023 batch students will commence from tomorrow. All the students are requested to be at the college by 9 a.m. and should assemble at Charaga Hall. All the other batches except the freshers will have regular classes in the afternoon. One more announcement. Lunch for parents and students is arranged at the same hall where the breakfast was arranged. Thank you all.